Welcome back to another episode of the Dreamers to Doers podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Birkbeck, and I am joined again by the entire Refresh team around the beautiful table at the Dr. Pepper house. And we have got some very exciting news for you that registration for Refresh 26 is open as of today. Maybe it was yesterday. Maybe you're listening to this in a month's time. It's open and you're going to want to grab your ticket. But before you do, we want you to listen in on what God has been stirring in all of our hearts for this year's theme. We also want you to hear behind the scenes of how the theme even came about, because in a world that feels incredibly heavy at times, a lot of times divided, we just sense the Lord calling us back to something so simple yet so profound, and that's the good news. The gospel that still has the power to change everything. Today, you're getting a very behind the scenes look at how this theme really came about and really where everyone's at with their messages, what all of our hearts are, what we're seeing for this event. Because listen, the gospel isn't just about the beginning of our faith. It's how we live every day, how we lead, and how we love. And this world, it does not need more noise. It needs the good news lived out loud. So join us for this really special episode where you get a sneak peek of what we're working on for Refresh 26. Welcome back to the Dreamers to Doers podcast. I am here with the team today, and we are so excited that we get to not only talk about the good news, but launch some really good news. So today we are launching the registration for Refresh 26. Who knew we would? 26? Are we serious? Like, how is this possible that we're already in 2025? And we are talking about the good news. And so today on this episode, we get to talk about how the good news is still the best news. It was really fun that this is what we're coming back to after all of these years of Refresh, all of these years of events. And I think did we say we're on our 10th event?
That was last year or this year. This
26 will be the 10th year of
a larger event.
2015. You're right.
Because I talked about the 10-year
anniversary.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I was listening to that. So this is the 11th? That doesn't sound as good.
That's powerful.
It's fine.
What does 11 mean? I couldn't say.
Shoot. Okay. Well, this is...
It's
all right,
fine, guys.
Did you just yawn behind the paper? Oh my goodness. God. I love that you use the paper. Like that wouldn't draw attention.
This is episode 11 and it's 11. So
Wow.
Yes, it does.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
the timer. I'm okay.
Caroline is already looking for the timer on this episode. Guys, we've been recording for days. I'm kidding. No, this is the most exciting.
This really is.
Because this is what's been. Well, Shippy can't. Are you thinking about me praying for that girl's eyes?
Yes, actually, I am. It's good news.
There is so much
everyone.
good news. Not for her because her eyes need to be healed, but shoot.
Okay. All
How
right.
do we recover?
For our editing purposes.
I need to keep this in. Classic content right here.
Our
Okay.
producers are
Like,
not.
Carlos, you like it?
Yes.
No, you don't like it.
He said
loves
keep
it.
going.
Okay, you can keep it. I'm good with that. I mean, where do we go from here? Here's what we're talking about. What is God stirring in our hearts for Refresh 26? This has been something that I think is we do a lot of really awesome things at Refresh, but this is one of just our bigger moments because it's with more of the people that we get to see that maybe we only get to see once a year and coming all together in Lewisville, Texas once a year. And we cannot wait. We're already stirred. I mean, we typically the year before last, it happened even before we had the event that the Lord was dropping ideas for what was going to happen the next year. I think that might happen this year too. So we are already, Taylor always works like a year out of
I know.
a year and a half, I would say out.
You said, I can't believe 26 is upon us. And I'm like, I feel like I've been living in the year 26 already. Because we're always just like kind of preparing for the year ahead.
Yeah. So we really do. We put so much heart and prep and prayer and thought into what's happening. And I'm excited to have Taylor Angelo here because I said it on another episode, but being the creative director, but in the last couple of years, taking that to a level of just letting you lead in creativity and saying, what do you see in your spirit for this event? And let us help you bring that to life. And I'm like, well, what if she says something and then I have no content on that? But the Lord is just every time we are all unified. We get all excited. We've got the little lap girl on there multiple times because we just get so stirred because it's not just a personal thing. This is what the Lord is speaking for you to lead us corporately as we go into this.
I mean, it's such an honor to serve as event director for this massive event and to just share, maybe for the listener who has no idea what this is, but the ministry behind the Dreamers to Doers podcast is Refresh. And we have this annual women's event every year. Like Sarah said, it's kind of our Super Bowl event where women gather from across the country. I mean, we've had ladies come in from other countries even.
Right. And we actually normally do it on Super Bowl weekend.
We do. So
the guys are so annoyed by that. I'm like, why?
So
it's not on Sunday, but got to prepare the whole weekend.
But it's our awakening event where we're charging women. It's always at the first of the year to be awakened and to dream about what they carry on their life and what God has for them. So it's always so exciting. And every year, kind of just the DNA of Refresh, we have a theme. And that theme spreads out for the entire year. So we've done, oh my goodness, so many different themes. And in fact, I often bookmark my life by what the theme was. Like I know 18 was Dream Bold, Live Unique. And the color scheme, like when I think about each year, I think about it in terms of what Refresh was. And so often, like you were saying, it's like what God is speaking to me personally, to all of us, and just even the corporate church. So it's really sweet. But every year there's a different theme. And Sarah actually has invited me in to be a part of asking God what he would have for us and what the theme would look like. And so it was just such a sweet moment this fall. We were at home with our girls and we were watching TV and really excited to hear some news. And unfortunately, we had to put the girls to bed. It was a school night. And so they didn't hear the news. But the next morning, I walk upstairs and I woke them up each individually, and I kind of nudged him and I said, Lennon, I have good news, and got to share with her. And then I went over to Mare's room and said the exact same thing. And as I was saying, I have good news. And I did have good news to share. It was good news. But the Lord just dropped in my spirit, okay, but what is the good news?
Yeah.
And are you living in such a way that you're as excited to share that as you are this news?
Wow.
And then he proceeds to show me these visuals on Instagram. So I'm screenshotting and texting Sarah like, I know this is crazy. Might sound crazy, but I think we need to do the good news, being the gospel. Newsprint. I'm just seeing like black and white and really graphic.
Which is really different than anything we've ever done.
Right.
It's just so exciting.
Yes. I mean, we've had our fair share of florals and lots of color and then some more neutral years. But this being a stark, really black and white year.
Right.
I think it's just marking a moment in time. But for me, the gospel, the good news is really, we're going back to the basics here, ladies.
Yes.
Right.
We're not diving into a small passage of scripture and extrapolating.
Yeah.
This is the story
Yes.
in the whole of the Bible. This is his love story for us. And we get to share that this year. So, and I'm so excited.
Amazing.
What do you guys feel like stirring in your spirits that's going to look like, how that's going to play out with the content? And you don't know yet. I'm just kidding. You got the shirt though.
Yes, you do.
You got the shirt.
Okay. This is not Refresh merch, but maybe it could be. I don't know. No, but what's funny is after the theme had been set and stuff, I got like this hand-me-down bag of clothes from a friend, and this was inside of it. And I literally pulled it out and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, I don't know that I've ever even seen a shirt with good news on it. And I was like, I'm keeping this for myself. And it was just fun. So anyway, I decided to wear it today. But I do love the, I love, and you had some visuals, I saw, Taylor, of like the girl with the megaphone. And like, it's the announcement, the proclamation, as the Bible talks about it. And I do feel like, the thing that I really would like to see is I think there's a lot of women that want to be Christian women. Yeah. They want to live Christian lives. They're good with holiness. They're good with being set apart. They even like listening to Christian teachers. And it's like, ooh, it's like it reminds me of a warm cup of coffee and Hobby Lobby decor in my house. And it's beautiful and nice,
Good.
But the actual sharing of the gospel is something maybe they feel intimidated in.
Right.
And overwhelmed by. And I don't know how to do that. And I feel I'm introverted. That's not my style. And when I saw that megaphone, I just thought, man, my prayer is really that women would be free. We'd have some free people running around that would gain a boldness to proclaim the gospel, not just with their lifestyle, but literally with their mouth.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
Preach. That's gonna preach, girl.
Yes, it is. We might be taking laps at the conference.
Yes,
we should do it. We should be that. That should be our activation.
Lap.
Everyone start taking laps around.
Get up.
You know what?
Get
Everyone
up.
gets
Move
the
up.
newspaper.
Yes.
We start delivering. Okay, so I don't know exactly where I'll go content-wise, but I might. The scripture that came to my mind was from Psalm, and it says, it's David saying, restore to me the joy of my salvation and grant me a willing spirit to sustain me. And there's a lyric to a song that says, if it's not good, it's not the end.
Yes.
And I think for every believer, that is so true. And we have to know that in the middle. When it's a little tight, when it's a little narrow, we need to know the good news applies right in the middle, right where you are. And a lot of times, sometimes the circumstances aren't good, but he is. And the good news will remain the good news for all eternity. Right. Yes. And so my encouragement and my charge will be probably even just the prayer of restore to me the joy of my salvation.
Yes.
And just excited to see where the Lord takes us past that. Yeah. Now, if it comes January, February, whenever we're having the conference and it's completely different, don't hold me to it.
I love that verse though, because it reminds me of just the zeal and zest that I had as a teenager when I heard the good news for the first time. Yes. I was raised Catholic and knew a lot, maybe not even a lot. I knew some things about God. And I know that's not everyone's experience in the Catholic Church, but that was mine. I just knew some things about him. When I met the Lord and got to know him in the relationship, it was, literally life-changing. And I just remember I would literally carry around this like massive Bible with my highlighters around high school, and just the amount of enthusiasm and zest I had for his word and sharing it with people and inviting friends to church. And I think restore to me that, the joy of your salvation. Like, I want to live in that place.
Right.
So good.
I'm excited to see just women have what I call a moment of, or reaching the point of no return. Like,
to your point, Taylor, like when you first experience salvation and you experience Jesus, you have this point of no return. I cannot go back to who I was. It must be different. And I think this world we're living in right now, this tension, and who knows where we'll be even when the time of the conference comes, with how rapidly the world is changing in every sense of the word. But in a world where there is so much information, misinformation, news, good and bad, we just have access to so much. It's overwhelming sometimes. That this news, the good news, is still the best news, and at times the only news we need.
Come on.
That's what I'm excited about.
That's so good. And going back to it being black and white, like there being a very, it's very, what is it called? Did you say graphic?
Graphic.
Yeah. Because we are living in a day and age where we are either going to choose to walk the narrow path of Jesus. Yeah. He is the way, the truth, and the life. And the broad road leads to destruction. That's and God is very black and white in his word about the truth of salvation and Jesus being the only way.
Yeah,
that's right.
I have had it in my heart to start out talking about and kind of having a play on the good news. And James and I do this all the time. He comes home and he says, I got good news and I got bad news. And it's always like, which one do you want first, And so I really want to go in on your narrative, and what you tell yourself is ultimately what you will tell the world. And so I got good news and I got bad news. And so us just honestly exchanging this bad news that we have come into agreement with. And laying that down and coming into agreement with the good news of the gospel for your individual life. So that's my heart to kick off and start. And we'll see where it takes us.
Where the road takes you.
Hopefully I stick with that idea. Like Jeffy said, I mean,
and you know
don't
what?
hold us to
it. If you don't, that little nugget you just dropped was really good. So
it was good.
It will all, none of it goes to waste.
I would love to read in Luke 2, and we all know this and we really read it at Christmas time, but it applies for all of us at all times. But it says in Luke 2, verse 10, and the angel said to them, fear not, for behold, I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people. And you may have heard that little catchy before, like good news of great joy. But I think that's really the key, is the gospel brings us joy. It is a message centered around joy, not duty, but delight.
Yes.
And it is how Jesus has changed each and every one of us. And it's not to say we're perfect, but we are striving to know him, striving to serve him in joy in the narrow place, like you're talking about, Jeffy. And so I do think joy will be something naturally that is attached to this theme, because joy, great joy, goes with the good news. So,
and that scripture was restore to me the joy. I think joy might, kick in a lot.
And if you're new around here and you are listening in thinking, what in the world are these ladies talking about? This is an event for you. If you're a woman, that is. Sorry, guys, you're not invited. But this is for you. This is for Christian women to come. And like Taylor said, that you would be spiritually awakened to what God's placed on your life, to hear these messages, to come and not just hear the messages, but you are going to encounter other like-minded women that you're going to actually sit around a table with. We have not forfeited the idea of putting people at tables, even though we sell out every year. And we could definitely fit more in if we went to rows. But our heart has been this, what we're doing here at this table, that we could help you cultivate that. And even at Refresh 26, that's our heart, is to cultivate that, help you cultivate that there. At those round tables. And so you'll be sat with other like-minded women, your friends, and you'll meet new people. And if you're coming alone, that's awesome too, because we will make sure you sit by someone and y'all will probably be besties for the resties. And because we want you guys to have time to process together, just like we're doing right here. So you're not just hearing the message just thrown at you, but then you can talk them through, challenge each other. What's God saying in your heart? And then we have prophetic time. We have time of worship. We have Klaus and his band come in, and it is Rachel Tuttle, who's from Shoreline. And it is just a sweet time in the presence of the Lord and with your sisters, new friends. We get to just all share together. And so that's really what this is all about.
And we've also talked about, and we'll see how this fleshes out, but even maybe having our panel this year, being women who are actively living out the gospel and sharing testimonies of what that looks like in real life with real women, and just giving a few examples on, I mean, it can almost feel like too big to even know where to begin sometimes, but I think our heart would be to show that this is really doable, and we have women that we rub shoulders with that are living this out.
Yeah.
And so to
and very behind the scenes,
Yes.
very behind the scenes of they're not on a platform living out the gospel.
Yeah.
And we would like to highlight that. So that would be a fun addition that we have too. So we're just so excited. And if we don't, do you have any more to add?
Well, I think we should just share like the nitty-gritty details of the event.
Nitty-gritty.
So it's happening on Thursday, January 29th and Friday, January 30th. It's a 2-day event. It's a Thursday night, all day Friday, but we really try to respect your time. Usually it's like 10 to 4 on Friday, so you'll get out and be able to still have your weekend, whether
and we
traveling.
Also start at 10, so you can get your kids to school if you need to, sleep in if you've come out of
local.
town.
Yes. We've really condensed it down over the years. Used to be 3 days down to 2, and we want to respect your time and just be a value add because we know time and resources are hard, and that's like a real thing. So we want to respect you and give you just the most value. And then we'll likely host Dream Lab on the following Saturday.
Yeah.
So
you are. You are hosting with me.
I mean, is this happening?
Okay.
It's on the calendar.
Okay. So it could be
Taylor's flying out early, leaving me behind.
Could be a 3-day thing if you choose.
Yeah.
But it's in Lewisville, Texas, in this sweet little quaint, historic downtown area. About a 20-minute Uber from DFW Airport, 30 minutes from Dallas Love.
It's about 20 minutes from Frisco. And I would even say, too, that our local gals, there's several that have either rented an Airbnb or got a hotel in the area, or the Grapevine area if you want to find a cute little hotel there, just to make it more of a girls' trip, even though you're not traveling, is probably a really significant way to do it if you can.
What else? We'll serve you a sweet treat on Thursday night, but lunch is included on Friday.
Yeah.
And
because we're not sparse with what we do either. We did Emporium pies last year.
Coffee bar? Delicious.
Coffee bar.
Yeah, we always have the cutest
there's
coffee
always
bar.
Just really intentional, lavish touches because we want this to be special, and we want you to feel seen and known.
And refreshed.
Yeah. And refreshed.
Absolutely.
So I thought we would maybe put out a promo code because registration launches this week. And so if you're a listener and you're listening.
So this is actually the Doers Challenge for this week. And if you're not going to do any other challenge we've ever challenged you to do, this is the challenge you have to do.
Yes. So you can log on to refreshwomen.org/refresh26, see all of the details, all of the information there, and get yourself registered. We would absolutely love to have you. And for a special little promo code for our podcast listeners.
If you're still here, you get the code.
We're going to do 10% off registration, and the code is good news. Isn't that appropriate?
Perfect. 2 O's and that good, people.
Perfect.
Otherwise, it's God news. Also that.
So, that's not the promo, though. Okay, good news.
Good news.
Okay, we love you guys, and we really hope to see you there. Our hearts are so stirred, and we really do sell out the last few years that we've done it in Lewisville. We've sold out. So I encourage you, if you're listening and you're interested, I wouldn't wait. So I can't wait to see you there.